Welcome to Wellywood Wargaming, where the grim dark never sleeps. Crack open a bottle of Wild Snake and spark up a low stick as we take a journey down Underhive.
Greetings Hive Scum and welcome back to another episode in my Necromunda Alliance series. In today's lesson we're going to take a look at the Rogue Factoria. These guys are basically factory workers, criminal factory workers that do knock off goods out of their warehouses and whatnot. They're pretty cool actually, and I have used these guys in a campaign previously, quite a while ago now, and I did really like them actually. Now, unfortunately, there are no official Games Workshop models for these guys, but this is another great opportunity, just like the Cold Traders, to kit bash and build your own Rogue Factoria work party. Now, the full rules for the Rogue Factoria Criminal Alliance can be found, of course, in the best book, the House of Faith, which is the Cawdor House book, by the way. The Rogue Factoria, like the Cold Traders, is a criminal alliance, so you must be an outlaw to be able to be allied with the Rogue Factoria. Now, because the Rogue Factoria appears in the House of Faith book, that does, of course, mean that they have a strong alliance with the House Cawdor. All that strong alliance means is that the first time that you have to test your alliance means that you basically pass and you get a disquiet result instead of anything more nasty. Now, before we look at the actual work party in question that you can use in your games of Necromunda, let's have a look at some of the benefits and drawbacks you'll get with the Rogue Factoria Alliance. The first benefit is, of course, bargain ordnance. You get knockoff weapons, which is pretty cool. The rarity at the black market is reduced by 2 while you have this alliance, and also you get a 20% rounding down to the nearest 5 credit reduction in weapons from the black market trading post as well. The downside of having knockoff weapons, of course, is that they are less reliable. If they have the melee trait, they gain reckless, and if they are a shooty weapon, they gain unstable, which is pretty nasty. So, you know, anything that you're buying from the black market, you get 20% off, rounding down, and you also get more access to it, so it's more readily available. You can get more cool Xenos weapons and stuff, but obviously you gain that reckless, or worse, the unstable trait as well. The next benefit is the hedge armor special rule, and you basically get the access to a free ammo jack. This is pretty cool. You just get a free ammo jack. I believe ammo jacks are normally 50 credits normally. The ammo jack is a good hanger on to have, but also on top of that, of course, you get access to the actual work party as well, which is 5 fighters. Yes, 5 fighters. They're not very good, but you get 5 fighters, which is bigger than most of the alliances that you have access to. They do not cost any credits, and they are extra on your actual crew for the battle, as well as getting an ammo jack too. So you get really good value here, 5 fighters and an ammo jack for free. These guys cost nothing, and they are extra to your crew in games. Really cool. It's also worth noting that this ammo jack is free in regards to the allotment of hangers-on that you can have in your gang as well. This guy is outside of that, so regardless of your rep, you can still have this guy for free. You can still have other hangers-on using your sort of rep table as well. Like most of the other alliances, these guys must actually take place in the battle. Even if it's random crew selection, these guys come as well, but they don't count towards your actual crew size, so you get them extra. So if you're playing Cawdor and you've got a strong alliance and you've already got a very hoardy gang, suddenly you've got the possibility of an ammo jack turning up, as well as the entire work party of 5 fighters. Now for the drawbacks, and the drawbacks in all of these, it's really give or take. You do get some good stuff and you do get some bad stuff. The first drawback here is Eye of the Omnisia. Now, in the pre-battle sequence during the Choose Crew step, if the gang has included any fighters carrying counterfeit weapons as part of its crew, then their opponent may include a bounty hunter without having to pay their hiring fee. Fighters armed with counterfeit weapons are worth their full value as well when sold to the guilters. I really like this. It's very, very fluffy. Of course, if you want to be boring, you could take no counterfeit weaponry, but really, if you're going to take these guys as an alliance, you've got to lean into the counterfeit weaponry. Yes, it's suboptimal, I suppose, especially with reckless and unstable, but it's just really fun. And giving your opponent a benefit as well out of this, I quite like. Now, this will be a generic bounty hunter that they can build in their own way, and bounty hunters are pretty damn good. Or if your arbitrator allows it and you're cool with it, maybe they can take a Dramatis Personae as well, or instead of the actual bounty hunter too. I really like this, and it's a good way of including Dramatis Personae that you wouldn't normally include in your game. So giving a free bounty hunter in exchange for what you get from the Rogue Factoria Alliance is really nice, this. The next drawback is a bit of a weird one, and honestly, you're going to want to include these guys most of the time anyway, but you get the Factoria Workers special rule. It's down as a drawback here, but it just means that if the gang includes any counterfeit weaponry, you must bring the work party to the table. You cannot leave them out unless you want to test the alliance. So you can optionally do it, but you have to test the alliance to do this. Honestly, why would you leave these guys out? You get 5 extra fighters. Sure, they're not very good, but it's pretty hoardy having 5 extra guys. So yeah, not really a drawback there, I don't think. Now for the actual work party in question. You get 1 work gang, and this consists of 5 fighters. The leader is the Factoria Overseer. You also get the work party boss and 3 Factoria workers as well. Let's have a look at the actual boss at the moment, though. The Factoria Overseer. This guy is movement 4, weapon skill 4+, and ballistic skill 3+, so slightly better at shooting. He's strength toughness 3, which is average, but he's got 3 wounds, which is fantastic. So the same as an Orlock or squat leader. Really, really nice this. Initiative 4+ and attacks 2. He's not bad, really. Those stats are okay. He's quite slow and he's average in most ways, but 2 attacks and 3 wounds is better than quite a lot of other Alliance characters, actually. His leadership 8+. He is cool 7+, 6+ willpower, and 6+ intelligence. Not bad at all, really. And he comes with a combi pistol, and the combi pistol in question here is the auto pistol, plasma pistol combi pistol, which is pretty good. You know, you got an auto pistol and a lower minimum setting on the plasma pistol there as well in a combi weapon. You've also got the shock baton too, which is parry and shock as well. It's a pretty nice weapon, that. And he comes with commanding presence and, like pretty much all of the Alliance bosses, Overseer, as well as mesh armor too. Now he counts as a leader to this group, so for the work party he gets group activation too, and he also has the leading by example rule as well. That only extends to the actual work party. These guys operate as their separate little crew. But yeah, honestly, the Factoria Overseer is not bad considering you can get this guy for free and extra. He really isn't bad. His stats are okay, his weapons are okay, his skills are okay as well. Now for the second in command, we have the work party boss. This guy has a movement of 4, again, weapon skill 5+, which is fairly terrible, ballistic skill 4+, average, strength 2, which is a bit of an odd one, toughness 3, wounds 1, initiative 4+, attacks 1, leadership 7+, cool 6+, willpower 6+, and intelligence 6+ as well. So stats wise, he's slow. He's not very good in close combat. He's only strength 2. He's only got 1 wound and 1 attack. This guy is garbage. But again, he's free. What's not to like about that? He comes inbuilt with a las pistol and a shock whip. I really like the shock whip. It's a great close combat weapon. It gives you versatile as well, which is very important. Auto wounding on hits of 6 as well. Not to be sniffed at. I do like the shock whip. However, it's -1 in close combat, so this guy will be hitting in 6s if you charge him and get up close and personal with him. He comes with Iron Will, though, which is a great skill, adds 1 to your bottle test, basically. And when you've already got a massive hoardy gang, that's a really nice thing to have on top of that, too. He comes with mesh armor, and he's got group activation 1, and for all intents and purposes, he counts as a champion for this crew as well. So there you go. Then we have 3 Factoria workers. These guys are really terrible, but they are just chaffy bodies that you can throw at your opponent. They are movement 4, weapon skill and ballistic skill 5+, strength toughness 3, wounds 1, initiative 4+, and attacks 1, and their mental stats are all 8s. So they're basically a hive scum with 1 lower movement, 1 lower weapon skill, and 1 lower ballistic skill. So they are absolutely terrible. They are literally just factory workers, and that is it. Now you get the choice on these guys whether you want to take either a reclaimed auto gun or a reclaimed auto pistol and fighting knife. So you can mix and match with these guys. You could go all close combat with the fighting knife and auto pistol, or you could go with the reclaimed auto gun. Personally, I'd probably just take the reclaimed auto gun because you've got better range and rapid fire and whatnot. It's pretty good. But it's up to you if you want to go close combat with these guys. They're basically shit either way, so it really is up to you. It doesn't matter if these guys get killed. They are awful and useless, and they are just literally meat shields for your gang. They're actually worse than your Cawdor Jews in some ways as well. Flak armor they come with as well, and they also come with the bodyguard and indentured fighters rules as well, which is pretty standard for most alliances too. Bodyguard is ace. It means that if your overseer is hit by an attack, when you're within 2 inches, you get to transfer all of the hits and effects of that attack onto one of these guys. So you get to just kill one of these guys instead of losing your Overseer. It's pretty nice in this instance because these guys are terrible. They also get Indentured Fighter as well, so if the Overseer is removed from play, these guys count as if they've bottled, so you'll need to start making checks for them at the beginning of your turn. All in all, I really like the idea of the Rogue Factoria, and I think they work really well with Cawdor. Of course, you don't have to take them with Cawdor, you can take them with any Outlaw gang, and they will add something to your gang in terms of hordiness, because you get 5 meat shields, basically, and some good benefits. That ammo jack and the, the counterfeit products and stuff. I think these guys are definitely one of the safer and slightly more balanced of the alliances. They're certainly not going to win any prizes for being awesome at anything, but just having that extra 5 guys is really good for quite an elite gang, perhaps, if you're taking maybe, I don't know, Goliaths or something that has a low body count, like Van Saar maybe. You could throw these guys in there and they'd really complement your gang in just adding a bit of chaff to your gang where you really need it. So food for thought there. In terms of models, these guys are a really good opportunity to kit bash your own thing. As you can see, I've done my own here. You could go with a million different options, but in my case, I chose to mix up some Imperial Guard with some Gene Stealer Cult Neophyte bits, and they look pretty cool. I was really happy with the sort of paint job. Yeah, maybe they look a bit too sort of militaristic, I suppose, but they did the job, and they look decent on the table. So you really could go with just some Hive Scum or some really interesting conversions and kit bashes from Age of Sigmar or other game systems as well. But yeah, I really do like the idea of these guys. They're a really fantastic addition to the game, and I do think that you should try using them if you haven't already. Just because they haven't got official Games Workshop miniatures doesn't mean you can't field them with relatively easy kit bashes anyway. So that's it for the Rogue Factoria. Now I'll be back with another video real soon. Peace out.